Hello and welcome again to Safety Short Series. Today's topic is about machine guards. Why do we need it, and what are the actual type of guards to be understood so that decision making becomes easier? Understanding machine guard means you want to cover or guard, you know, uh, of whom the equipment or the person is getting exposed to a moving part. Yes, in true sense, where machine equipment has an exposed moving part and in running nip hazard, a material being processed in a way that creates a point or a hazard, the machine should be equipped with guards or other device that prevents access to the moving part or pinch point. This is mostly known to all, but do you know classification of these guards and how? Well, today's video we will understand this and what are type of guards and when what should be provided. Now this is we'll try and simplify this. We'll talk about the standards and all. Let us start with the today's safety short video. Discussing about type of guards. Firstly, we must understand the meaning of guard. Why it's there and what is its functionality. Most guards are just placed there. We see such symbols, caution, danger, but truly don't understand why they are there or try and understand the reason why these visuals are installed here. To simplify this, you must know that there are three type of barrier guards. Barrier guards that physically prevents a worker from reaching around, over, under, and through the guard to the danger area. So at least one type of guard can provide protection from most machine hazard. Now, how they are used, it depends what functionality is actually it meant for. Now, before understanding, you must know some standards that you can refer, like General Industry 29 CFR 1910, 1910 subpart O that talks about machine and machine guarding. Construction industry, you can refer to 29 CFR 1926. That is in 1926 subpart I, which talks about tools and hand powered tools, hand and power. Then in agriculture industry, 29 CFR 1928, 1928 subpart D that talks about safety in agriculture equipment, and even you can refer EN ISO 14120 that talks about safety of machinery. Now, guard general requirement for design and construction of fixed and movable guards. So these are basically the standards that you can refer throughout to understand this. Now, these standards basically refers to, most of the standard refers to each individual type of machinery and its operation based on guards, but referring each and explaining it, each standard is difficult because we have a limited time period for our safety short video. So let's start with the first type of guard, that is firstly fixed guard. Fixed guard, what are fixed guard? As the name suggests, it refers to a guard that prevents part of the machine but is not dependent on moving part of machine to perform the guarding function. A fixed guard is part of machine that guarantees protection by means of physical barrier. The guard may consist of safety fence, barrier, cover, or similar. It may be welded, glued, attached with fixed systems like bolts and rivets, etc. Now, fixed guard make it more difficult to access the machine physically. Fixed barriers guards must be screwed with at least one fastener requiring a tool for removal. Now let's visit the same. In accordance with the provision of machinery derivative, that is fixed guard must be fixed by a system that can be opened or removed only with tools. This is first criteria. The fixed system must remain attached to the guard or to the machine when guard is removed. This is the second criteria. And the third criteria is Where possible, guard must be incapable of remaining in place without their fixing. So these are three base criteria for fixed guards. Now, to categorize the fixed guard, you must understand its functionality. Say, if we have a fixed guard that can be manually set into an appropriate position before the machine operation, it is referred as adjustable guard. Adjustable guard, just like fixed guard, are permanent, but they can be adjusted to allow the machine to handle different size of material. They must be manually adjusted and locked into place. So all employees who will operate the adjustable guards must be trained on their use. If improperly adjusted or locked, adjustable guard can fail to prevent the contact with moving part, causing serious or even fatal injuries. To understand it clearly, one must understand what are these guards protecting us from. To feed material, guard size is adjusted. So feeding conveyor, jaws. Here, to adjust the material entry, fixed but adjustable guard is required. So understanding the purpose is important. Similarly, if a fixed guard that completely separates the user from the hazard, it is called enclosed guard. So there are most often, they are most often used as enclosed points of operation or other hazards that operate and doesn't need to interact, where the operator doesn't need to interact with, like fan blades, flywheels. The guard that completely encloses and prevents the access to the dangerous part are called enclosure guards. Now, enclosed guards are typically seen in power transmission components like sprockets, chain, flywheel, pulleys, gears, shaft, and wheels. Now, let us discuss the second but most commonly used guarding system, that is interlock guard. As the name suggests, it refers to the guard that is connected to a mechanism that cuts off power to the machine when the guard is tripped or removed out of position. This allows the guard to be moved from the user to access the point of operation and disables the control system uh, until the guard is put back in place and the control system is reset. Let us repeat the interlocking guard, also known as barrier guard, automatically shuts off or disengages the power source. This is very important when the guard is open or removed. Now, these are particularly useful for situations where operator need to be able to open the guard or access the guarded part of machine, such as when clearing jams. Now, these guards allow the safe access to the interior part of machine without requiring a total disassembly. However, they can be easy to open on accident and require careful adjustment and maintenance. Now, interlocks are tricky. If the function is not clearly understood and established, there is high risk of injury. So, what we need to do while defining the interlock, simple steps to ensure the same. First, hazardous machine function covered by the guard cannot operate until the guard is closed or locked. Correct? This is the first function that you need to understand. This is very important. The second part is the guard remains closed and locked until the risk of injury from the hazardous machine function has passed. Correct? And last but not the least, when the guard is closed and locked, the hazardous machine function or covered by the guard can operate, but the closure and locking of the guard do not by themselves initiate their operation. Now, good example of interlock can be, your automatic washing machine lid or microwave at home. Think of its function. Unless the lid is closed and as interlock, you cannot start the machine. It does not start on its own. You need to put the start function to do so. Well, for most of the brands, it's standard, truth. Sometimes we feel, why this function? You must understand and feel why this function. But trust me, it's for your own safety. We often feel like, "Arey, what is this, right?" But think what and how things can go wrong, and you will realize its importance. Now, finally, self-adjusting guard. How guards on itself, you know, how guards on itself, we say self-guarding. So self-guarding, it's refers to as guard that adjusts automatically to the thickness and movement of the stock material. Now self-guarding guards serves the same purpose as adjustable guard, but automatically adapts to the size of the material. When the machine is at rest, these guards sit all the way down. When the machine is in use, operator feeds the material into the machine, which opens the guards just enough to let the material in. These guards are commonly found in table saws and wood cutting, woodworking tools, etc. Now, this category refers to barrier affixed to the fabricating machine to act as a shield to prevent contact with the operator's body that moves according to the size of the orientation of workpiece entering the machine point of operation. A self-adjusting guard is completely in place when the machine is at rest, pushed away when the workpiece enters the operating point, and provides the opening just big enough for the workpiece. After the workpiece is removed, the guard returns to its rest position. Now, self-adjusting guard are commonly made out of metal, plastic, and other sub materials. Now, important point to understand here is self-adjusting guard is not very effective means of operation, but its advanced form equipped with interlock provides good protection. Where barrier guards are impractical, the safeguarding devices can be considered, such as this includes two-hand control, interlock gate guards, presence sensing device, light curtains, pressure sensitive mats, resistant devices, speed limiters, and so on. So thank you very much, friends. This concludes our short input on guards. Hope you like the video. I'll keep posting more such videos. Like I said, Safety Short is a series focusing on short safety videos. Thank you all for all your support. Keep liking and sharing, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for our motivation. We'll keep on posting more such videos. Till then, be connected and stay safe.